Samit Patel, Jacksonville, Florida. Tell us your story.
Started with FF back in early February, I believe. They promised good leads. I purchased those leads. Seemed like they were bogus leads, and well, actually, they were bogus leads. Not able to generate any business from those.
How much of these leads did you buy?
40.
For how much money?
$440.
Did you have some sort of expectations of quality before you made that purchase?
Yes, a lot of those people were saying, "Hey, I'm posting reviews. Oh, I'm doing great. I'm generating a lot of business." Come to find out, they were just bogus leads. We're not able to generate any business from that.
Meaning the person who convinced you to pull the trigger and make the $450 purchase, they told you, hey, these are people that are interested in buying insurance.
Right.
And when you called those people,
in actuality, it was, it was just, hey, it's not me. It wasn't me that requested it, or you got the wrong person. A lot of misinformation in there, inaccurate contact information.
Your assumption was it could happen to one person, it could happen to one lead, two leads, or three leads, but not all 40.
Correct.
How long have you been an agent?
For a few months now.
FFL was the first company you worked for?
First one.
FFL got the cease and desist from the Federal Trade Commission in the end of December, but it was really publicized in January. Did you know of the FTC cease and desist when you walked into the FFL offices?
I did not. I was not aware. They did not disclose that either.
When did you find out about the FTC cease and desist that FFL got?
I didn't hear about it until you sent out the email. When I saw your emails, I was shocked. I was like, wow, they really did this. It's really happened.
When was that email sent out?
I've gotten quite a few of your emails. So I've been keeping up to the the updates and everything. I want to say late March, maybe early May, that all this occurred, and then from your most recent email as well. Before, I wasn't aware of that.
Last year, when I was on LinkedIn and Facebook, mentors that say, hey, we'll teach you how to make $250,000 a year, average income on Indeed.com, $111,000.
Right.
Did you see that advertisements?
I did, and that's kind of what made me. I was like, hey, if they're making this much, maybe I can too. You get in there, and it's just completely different from what they advertise.
But it was influential to get the $440 out of your pocket.
Yes,
hey, I think I'm pretty good. Maybe if I'm just average, I'll make $250,000 a year. Let's say average 111,000. That's not bad.
Not bad at all. No.
Did you speak to other people in that environment saying, hey, there's something really weird going on based on this first batch of $450 of leads?
I did speak with some other agents, and they were like, Sam, I wish you had reached out to me earlier, because I could have told you not to buy these leads and not waste your money on these bogus leads and garbage leads, because they also did not generate any business, from those leads. So come to find out later than earlier.
Why were these people that were still there, why were they part of FFL if they know they were bogus leads?
As soon as they realized everything going on, they left.
Are you trying to say to me a lot of people came into that system, forked over 400, 500, 600, 700?
Yes, everyone that I know, yes, they once they found out how the system was and how everything worked out, they just departed. They kind of told me, hey, Sam, this is what's going on, and you need to do the same.
I learned something new every day. So
I didn't realize the operation until I got my feet really in. It's as a new agent, you're kind of excited to get into a new career and just get started, and then then you realize all the stuff going on. So it was unexpected to happen, and it's a problem that we definitely have to address.
Based on the story that you just told me right now, I'm realizing that it's real important to only have positive information for new agents who come into this system in order to encourage you to spend the $450. Would you say I'm pretty accurate in my assessment?
I would say so. I just feel like they could have handled things better.
Did you request a refund of the $450?
They said that those were non-refundable.
I did speak to one gentleman named William Fillon from Georgia. He said he got a $1,600 refund. The first step in anything, of course, is to request it. If they say no, then you do step number 2. And I'm pretty sure I sent out an email blast mentioning all the steps that a normal human being would do once he found out he was defrauded. Did you look at that email?
I did look at it briefly, and I saw on the website that it said non-refundable, and then I called them and they said, hey, did you read what says on the website? It says non-refundable. Pretty much told me, hey, Sam, there's nothing we can do for you.
Did you request?
Since the leads were exclusive to you, there's no refund.
Sam, I apologize for laughing when I hear the word exclusive to you. It's exclusive to you.
Yeah, that's what I was told. There's no other agent has access. They're exclusive to you.
I've been doing a little bit of research on the court system. Have you actually thought of doing a lawsuit, going to the county courthouse and simply asking the clerk of court, the state of Florida, say, hey, how do you file a lawsuit? How do I represent myself? I'm pretty sure in most states, you can't lie to people. You can't waste their time. You can't waste their labor. I'm pretty sure it's treble damages in most states, which means if you spend $450, how much time did you spend approximately? I did this whole course. It's not just working the leads. It's getting in, getting excited, then finding a new job. How How long did this take you?
Maybe 2, 3 months, maybe.
So you are a human being, Sam. Average income in the United States right now, $60,000, 50 to 60,000. That's average. Let's say $5,000 a month, times it by 3. That's 15. The lead cost is 1,500. That's a little bit more. So you treble that damage, it's $50,000. Me personally, I believe if you're in an endeavor, you should do it well. If you're in a private enterprise type operation where you're the boss, you're receiving checks from various people, basic thing is know how to follow a lawsuit. I've spoken to a lot of insurance agents who have gotten ripped off, and when I talk in this manner, they look at me or feel like I'm asking them to jump over a cliff, or from India or Nepal, that big mountain that people drive, that they walk up. It's not that hard. All one has to do is go to the county courthouse, ask the clerk, hey, I need to file a lawsuit. What's the name of the company? It's called Family First Life. Domiciled in Connecticut. So one goes to the Department of Secretary of State, Connecticut, search for Family First Life. You will notice that the person who owns the company is the agent of the company. His name is Sean Mikey. When you sue someone, that person has to show up. My name may be Joe. Well, you can't sue the president because they say is an important job, but anyone besides the president has to show up. The advantage of someone like you, when you make a lawsuit, you could represent yourself because you're not making up a story. You're just telling your story. Usually when you sue rich people who are busy, they show up with an attorney. The attorney that's on my case is $1,200 an hour. It would literally take you a couple of hours to file this. The rules of serving, I guess you Google the word serving, how to serve. Sure, there's this guy is, I believe he's all over the place. Literally, you could get your friend, hand him a bunch of papers. It's probably good to videotape it. Or you could get a serving company, or I have the email address to the 2 attorneys. There's a decent chance that they'll accept service for him. If you're going to be in business, you have to know how to sue people. That's the ABC of business. The class action lawsuit that is going on against FFL, which is based on lead fraud and the troubles of moving from one IMO to another. This particular law firm needs a leader of the class in every state so they could take advantage of the state laws in that particular state. I did give you the attorney's contact number, but the most they'll ever get you is your lead. If you read the lawsuit, the most they'll ever get you is your lead cost back, which is minuscule. Real money is on the 3 months of your labor and treble damages, which they're not asking for. You could still be the leader of the class because you'll be helping out a lot of people who I've spoken to who are afraid of their shadow. When these people walk down the street, their shadow scares them. You can't be in business if you're not going to sue people. Once you do it once, you're going to realize how easy it is. You look at that class action lawsuit, you notice he spelled out pretty well the issues about lead fraud and about the lies about moving from one IMO to another. So of course you could grab that information. He already did the work for you. What's missing is the treble damages and the time and effort, but that's where the big money is. I suppose someone has an attorney at $1,200 an hour, oftentimes they just pay for obvious reasons. If you're going to lose plus hire a lawyer, it's better to just lose out the attorney fees. You chose the path of private enterprise, of being a business owner, and this is part of being a business owner. If you're not going to do as a normal person seems logical they should be doing, it's probably a good idea to work for the government. So do the best you can. Where is the county courthouse in Jacksonville? The state courthouse.
Downtown.
Speak to the clerk of court. They'll give you a form called pro se, in which you represent yourself. They'll also give you the form where you write down what the issues are. I'll do my best to get that information. It'll be different in every state, but I'm sure if you write down, I wasted 3 months of my life under this system. And you mentioned to me earlier you had trouble moving from one IMO to another, which wasted more time. But this is stuff that you should be reimbursed, and in most states it is treble damages. Class action is nice. You put your name on a list. The reason this continued, the reason all your friends say, hey, we're all getting ripped off and going on. In a way, these are selfish people because no one filed. All it did was cause more people to lose that $450. But I am speaking to people on a regular basis in this situation. I'm like wondering what the flying heck is going on. Sam, I'm expecting you to file that complaint. I'll be here for you because what is happening is terrible. Story after story, the same story. What I'd like you to do as well is get me the names of those few people that you know went through the same thing you did. Based on what you're telling me, there's going to be other people that came after you, probably because no one filed. If someone filed last year on this story that you just told, it would have stopped. But because no one did anything the previous year, you lost $450 in 3 months of your life. Hopefully that's an encouragement for you to act.
Yes.
Are you going to act?
Yes.
You're not going to act. You shouldn't be in business for yourself. And once you do act, you're going to realize how easy it is. It's going to make your rest of your business career a lot more likely to succeed.
I agree.
I'll see you then. Please keep me informed because I would like to provide some sort of template